Well, well, well. Hello, my name's Caden, or Ninjago and more, and about 20 minutes after I posted my last video, taking a look at the 15th anniversary 4Weapons Blacksmith Shop leaks, we got this. We got this list of the minifigs coming in the 15th anniversary Old Town set on January 1st, 2026. Now, this list is from a very reliable source, like an extremely reliable source, so chances are it is real, and I cannot believe this. Now, I was ready for bed. After I posted my video, 20 minutes ago, I put my pajamas on, brushed my teeth, I got ready for bed, and then this got leaked. So I'm here to give my thoughts on it. This is some crazy stuff. Okay, so let's go through it. We have Young Woo, Young Garmadon, the first Spinjitzu Master. Those are all the 15th anniversary minifigs. They are probably going to have those little they are going to have those little podiums that go with them. First Spinjitzu Master 15th anniversary minifig, absolutely unnecessary in my opinion. His design in season 10, all of the all of the pieces he used in season 10 exist as real minifigs, as real pieces, sorry. It is just the black Woo crew torso and legs, season 11 Woo's head, and then just a standard Woo hat. So yeah, he absolutely does not need a minifig, but if they redesign him and feature him again in the show, if they use his redesign as the minifig, then I will be content with that. The Young Garmadon is, of course, going to be that purple robed version. Can't wait for that. And Young Woo, I'm guessing, is going to be, is going to be a redesign of, like, a slight legacy modification of his old version. So yeah, very looking forward to that. Faith? We're getting a Faith minifig in the big 2026. That is so crazy. I mean, yeah, it sounds like we're finally going to get an accurate Faith head. We aren't going to be stuck with the heavy metal Faith or making customs. Yeah, an accurate Faith head is awesome, and I think that is something us fans have wanted ever since 2018, so I cannot wait for that. I am so hyped. Could this mean Faith's returning in the show? Probably not, but there is every chance that she could. We've been exploring the first realm quite a bit in the past season, so who knows? Who knows? Mistake, a Mistake figure, that's kind of interesting. We're probably not going to get the, a Mistake tea shop in the Old Town, since we already got Mistake's tea shop in Ninjago City Docks. Kind of interesting that we're getting a Mistake figure. The Faith as well. Faith, her design in the show is, her torso and legs are just the heavy metal torso and legs. So I'm really interested to see what design they're going to use for her. If they make, a completely new design for her torso and legs, I would really expect to see it in the show. I think, that's kind of what they do. You can see, with Camille, for example, they made a brand new design for Camille in Ninjago City Markets, and then they later featured that in the show during the Tournament of Sorcerers. I could definitely see them making a new design for Faith here, and then featuring that in the show. That would be awesome. But Mistake, I think maybe we could get like a, I don't know, could we maybe get like a new hair hat combo for her? We did get a Mistake figure in the Ninjago City Docks. This could be her Oni form. Who knows? That would be very, very interesting to see. Mistake's Oni form. I'm trying to think what different variations of these characters could we be getting, so they're not just recycling old prints. Crux and Acronics. That is very interesting. Crux and Acronics are getting minifigs. I guess that's just to go with the Elemental Alliance minifigs we're getting. But as far as I can remember, Crux and Acronics don't have, we got a young Acronics a young Crux minifig, sorry, in the Bricktober, so I have no idea what designs these could be for them. I'm guessing maybe just legacy redesigns for Crux and Acronics, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. The old figs are very expensive. Of course, these figs are going to be expensive, locked behind an expensive set, but at least it still gives people a chance to get them, Another Garmadon fig, so this set's coming with 2 Garmadons, it looks like. That's pretty interesting. I wonder what version of Garmadon it could be. Could it be a young Garmadon, like with these short legs? Who knows? Could it be Spinjitzu Brothers Garmadon? That would be awesome. Sorry if it sounds like I'm stumbling my words a bit, by the way. I am just extremely tired. I was ready for bed, and then we got these leaks. But yeah, a Spinjitzu Brothers Garmadon would be cool. Ed is really interesting. No Edna. However, Ed is Ed's, so their season 1 appearance, you know, the way they look in season 1, Edna's torso and legs do exist as real minifigs. Ed does not. So if you want to make a season 1 Edna, the pieces are already out there. So maybe we're getting the pieces for the season 1 Ed design. Woo, pretty interesting. I'm guessing this version of Woo could be the Spinjitzu Brothers version to go with Garmadon. However, if it's not Spinjitzu Brothers Garmadon, then it probably will just be the same Woo from the Blacksmith Forge set. Not the Blacksmith Forge set, sorry, the 4 Weapons Blacksmith set. Dr. Julian, this is something that fans have wanted for ages. Me personally, I'm pretty content with my Dr. Julian custom. I think my custom looks good enough. I think you can make a good enough Dr. Julian purist custom. However, of course, everyone wants a minifig. I know I am in the minority there, so I bet, yeah, people will be rejoicing with this minifig. Harumi's interesting. We've gotten so many Harumi minifigs. I think the show kind of just needs to let her go. The only Harumi design I'm pretty sure we're yet to get is Kid Harumi from the flashback of the Devourer killing her parents. If this is Kid Harumi, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool, but, you know, I really don't see a need for Harumi to be in this set. Then we've got the standard, you know, Jay, Zane, Nia Cole, Lloyd, and Kai. Interestingly, though, the Postman, another Postman minifig. The Postman was last seen in Seabound, walking down out of Borg Tower just before Wojera flooded the city. So many people theorize that the Postman could have actually died. So it's cool to see this show, or well, just Ninjago, I guess, being like, no, he's not dead. Here he is. Here's a figure of him. So yeah, the Postman getting acknowledgement in 2026. Very cool. And then finally, we have some random minifigs. We have a travel agent, a thief, and 2 loyalists. Now, I guess we'll go from the bottom. So the loyalists are, I'm pretty sure, just the army builders from Dragon's Rising Season 4. I guess they're just trying to get those minifigs out into you know, the 15th anniversary sets. Sure, why not? You know, they put Lloyd and Aaron. Oh no, sorry, they put Sora and Aaron in market, so it's kind of just like that, you know. Thief, I'm guessing, is just going to be a generic, you know, a generic kind of Lego City criminal sort of guy, just to add a bit of action to the set. But most interestingly is the travel agent. Now, Colgate in my server, if you're in my Discord server, you will, of course, know Colgate. If you don't know Colgate and you're not in my Discord server, join my Discord server and meet Colgate. But yeah, Colgate pointed out that the travel agent could actually be Mistake's assistant from Season 1 of the show. He helps, you know, he sells travelers tea, so travel agent, I mean, I could very, you know, with Mistake being in this set as well, I could absolutely foresee that being the case. But I don't know, travel agent seems like a very specific, you know, it's not just like it's a random civilian. It's not like it's sushi worker or hairdresser. It's travel agent, and that's just a little bit of more of a specific role. So, and with Mistake coming in this set, yeah, I think travel agent could absolutely be the child that she works with. But I am going to have to wrap this video up because I am almost falling asleep. I am so tired. I pray that well, actually no, yeah, I do hope some leaks come out while I'm asleep, because it is always nice to wake up to new leaks. But hopefully you enjoyed my sleepy thoughts on these on this minifigure list. Like I said, I am pretty sure they come from a very reliable source. Of course, Always do take leaks like this with a slight pinch of salt. However, I think, like I keep saying, it is very, very reasonable to rely on them. But yeah, that's all I've got for this video. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this figure list in the comments below. And I'll see you later. Bye.